Breaking news from Calabasas, California. NBA legend Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash just before 10 a.m. Pacific time. At least 4 other people were in the helicopter. None on board survived. It was believed Bryant was heading to Staples Center in his personal helicopter when it crashed. Kobe Bryant played his entire 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers, winning 5 NBA championships. As an all-time great, Bryant, an 18-time All-Star, a 15-time member of the All-NBA team, and he won the league's most valuable player in 2008. Kobe Bryant, also a 2-time Olympic gold medalist as part of USA men's basketball in 2008 and 2012. Kobe also earned an Oscar for Best Animated Short. Kobe Bryant was 41 years old. Breaking news from Calabasas, California. Kobe Bryant apparently has perished in a helicopter accident at 41 years old. He's Joe Musso. I'm Eric Casilius. Let's bring in CBS Sports NBA writer Bill Ryder. Bill, shocking and sad news today regarding Kobe Bryant and a helicopter crash. What are your thoughts and what have you heard about what's going on right now?
Yeah, still, Eric, I think like everyone in Los Angeles and across the country trying to process the shock. The first thought is that Kobe Bryant, one of the great careers we've ever seen, one of the great dynamic personalities I've ever had the pleasure to cover, so much larger than life. Hard to believe that we've lost him so young at the age of 41. And obviously over the last hour or so, in the course of trying to text NBA sources and folks that Lakers organization, it has gone from, in the terms of the folks getting back to me, uncertainty to absolute sadness. And again, shock that Kobe Bryant is no longer walking among us. And obviously, if it's an irony or if it's just the universe being extra cruel, the fact that LeBron James passed Kobe Bryant yesterday on that scoring list and the back and forth of respect between those two guys and just the remembrances of everything that Kobe Bryant did in his career, with LeBron James passing him on that mark, makes today particularly difficult and particularly bizarre as we come to grips with the news.
Yeah, Kobe sending out that congratulatory tweet to LeBron no more than 16 hours ago. Really raw emotions right now, as you said. Putting this into a Los Angeles-centric perspective, has there ever been a more beloved athlete by the city of Los Angeles? And how will Los Angeles remember Kobe Bryant, the great Laker, the greatest Laker?
Yeah, that's a great question. And there has never been a figure as beloved as Kobe Bryant in this city. It's not even close. And I'm not even going to make possible comparisons to other cities and other athletes throughout the years who had this kind of a connection. I can remember when I moved to LA 6-7 years ago, going into a DMV to get my California driver's license, and literally there were so many Kobe Bryant posters on the wall. It was so decked in purple and gold, and the purple and gold of Kobe Bryant, that I turned and walked out of the building. I thought I'd walked into some kind of Lakers office somewhere. This is a city where even long after his retirement, Kobe Bryant dominated the conversation and people's imaginations on my street, when I would pick up my kids, when you would grab a coffee, when you would be at a Dodgers game or certainly a Lakers game. He defined more than basketball in Los Angeles, and this is going to be, and I could show you 150 text messages from friends around Los Angeles, a traumatic experience for the city of Los Angeles, not just today, not just a week from now. It's going to define this city, I think, for the rest of our lives.
Now let's expand it out to the NBA. What did Kobe Bryant mean to the league, coming in sort of as part of that post-Jordan group?
Yeah, I mean, he was such an interesting figure on so many levels. He was the first guy, really, with respect to some other superstars, to attain a similar level of greatness post-Jordan. And one of the ironies was, it was, as in a lot of ways, a Michael Jordan imitator, or someone who played the way that Michael played the game. But Kobe was also somewhat of an anomaly. Did not come up in AAU basketball, did not come up in some of the high school scenes because he lived abroad for a good chunk of his life, like some other guys. And so in a lot of ways, early in his career, at times like later in his career, he was somewhat of a loner. And so the lone wolf idea of the NBA player, this notion of being the guy that you could place all the weight and burden of championship hopes and greatness on those shoulders, and he would carry you. This idea of a one superstar-led league and team Kobe Bryant was that thing, maybe at that level of greatness for the very last time before the game changed and ball movement and ISO shooting. Kobe Bryant defined an entire era and was the bridge between Michael Jordan and what he represented for the game and where we're at today with three-point shooting and ball movement and a different style of play.
We are sure to see an outpouring of love and respect towards Kobe Bryant out of the association. But as we look at the slate tonight, 6 evening games, have you received any indication that tonight's games will or won't go on as planned?
I have not. I have no idea where the NBA is at in that thinking. As you would imagine, both the Lakers and the NBA are radio silent right now, as I'm sure they process and they mourn, and unlike the rest of us, have to figure out what to do in real time as it relates to the league. Though certainly, as we can see on social media, there has been a huge outpouring of support for the idea of suspending tonight's games. And again, I have no notion of where the NBA is going, but it wouldn't surprise me if they strongly consider and even go that route, because as we all know, Kobe Bryant, one of the great and most important players in the history of the game, and his untimely death, the fact we've lost him so early, it's certainly going to call into question how long the NBA wants to create a period of mourning for fans.
This is a player who was exceptionally gifted and really excelled in the NBA. Do you have a favorite Kobe moment or anecdote? I'll tell you what mine is the fact that when he got drafted, he was 17 and had to have a co-signer. His parents had to co-sign his rookie contract because he wasn't old enough to actually sign his own rookie contract. He was that gifted, that young. Do you have a memory of Kobe Bryant?
I do, and Eric, we can bookend, his career with two memories. I had, and this hit me sort of full force, the magic and the blessing of being able to be at this experience today with the news. I was at Kobe Bryant's final game at Staples Center when he cracked that 60-point barrier in that last game with a lot of shots. And as mesmerizing as that was, as magical as it was to see Kobe go out in that fashion, what struck me was walking into that large room where the media usually gathers for NBA Finals, but they'd broken it out because it was Kobe's final game. And Kobe Bryant, in my memory, it was 3 hours. It was probably 40 minutes or an hour, had all of us media, who can be a little, we can be a little difficult, eating out of the palm of his hands. We were laughing. He controlled the room, that charm, that hunger. It was vintage Kobe Bryant. It was like every moment covering him over the years at finals and various games condensed into this one evening. And when he walked off that podium, you felt lucky to be there. You felt lucky to have experienced a little bit of that greatness. And for me, it's one of the highlights of my career getting to cover that. And now, obviously, with the news, I'm struck by how fortunate I was to be there.
Countless indelible images out of the career of Kobe Bryant, but as of late, we've started to see images of Kobe Bryant, the father, coming out on social media, and the moments he shared with his daughters, showing them the game courtside and some of those things that we've seen over the past couple months. Give us an idea of who Kobe Bryant, the father, was.
Yeah, I mean, he was, like all the most interesting people in the world, a very nuanced and complicated individual. And as much as he would eat your heart out on the basketball floor and go after you,